Hello everybody, I'm Paul Bryan, and along with me Lauren Fix the Car Coach, and we are today in the beautiful southern sun coast of Spain.
Welcome to another episode of His Turn, Her Turn. Paul and I have had the pleasure of driving the sedan behind me, the Volvo S90, and the wagon, the V90, which you get a little sneak peek of before other people get to drive it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a car that isn't going to be in showrooms for
End of the year
for sure. And remember, this showed up first as a coupe, and we're trying to maintain as much of the coupeness of the car as possible.
So they opened up that greenhouse. I'll show you.
This here, to make it a lot more light friendly inside the car with a little bit of a kick up in the back. And yet, from the headlight all the way back to the taillight, it's an uninterrupted line that goes all the way through there. Really elongates the car very, very nicely. They have an internal plan that they're calling Vision 2020. And their whole raison d'etre, if that translates to Swedish, I don't know, but is that no one should either be injured in or injured by a Volvo by the year 2020. Which
injured
is
or death,
a very aggressive
mission statement.
Goal, and tough to do, but they're really trying to do everything that they can. Now, that's part of who they are. That's part of their makeup.
Volvo's known for safety.
Absolutely.
They invented the seatbelt.
So in 1959.
One of the styling cues that I thought was really unique was the headlights. And if you look how it splits down the middle, it's not just an LED running light that is quite distinctive when the car comes at you at day or night. It's a fact that actually splits the headlight into two.
It's pretty trick technology to do that.
This is really high-end technology. Now, I remind you that some of these new plastics are so cool and they're able to work with them, but that design flow carries throughout the car. So around the back, they redid the taillights, which blocks in the word Volvo. What does the word Volvo mean, Paul?
See, that didn't sound like a setup.
Dun-dun-dun.
Actually, it means I roll.
You roll?
I roll.
I think we should roll.
That's how I roll.
That's how you roll?
Okay.
We should roll and show you the inside of this vehicle.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Okay, here we go.
She's rolling. Okay, so here's the basic layout, and I think you've got a pretty good idea. The concept that they had going here is there's like an immediacy pod that's here. This is what you're looking at all the time. And you're going to be able to take a look at what's going on here. And in the center stack here, the things that you're going to need from time to time. The really cool part about this, though, is the way that all of this is set up. And for any iPad user out there, you're going to be able to take a look at. It's going to become very, very intuitive to you as to how this is going to go. Nav system is just great. Everything's laid out beautifully, and the textures in here just kick butt. When Volvo first came out with the XC90, I was a little skeptical. And then I drove it, and I went, holy shnikes, this is great. And it wound up North American Truck of the Year. So now comes the S90, and we're driving, these great mountain roads in Spain along the southern coast. You dial up the dynamic mode, and this is a comfortable car, and it really feels good. When I first drove the XC90, I thought, four-cylinder engine, forget about it. You're fine with this. 316 horsepower. Lauren's telling me there's a tollway coming up here. Can't escape the tolls, no matter where you are. But anyway, the seating position is really good. The seat's good, the instrumentation is terrific. I've been watching the Navi system. Oh, this is a cool tunnel we're coming up on.
Darkness.
The tunnel.
This is cool.
Yeah, I like this. But all of the instrumentation, and this is the first time I've been able to see it. Actually, this is fortuitous to have it happen right now. To see this in nighttime condition actually is pretty cool inside the car. Really, really well laid out. Car feels great. I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot.
The sedan itself has a lot of leg room. It's got great headroom, great knee room, great arm room. I mean, I can't even complain about the seats. I'm constantly complaining about, there's no lumbar. They've got that. Air-conditioned seats, heated seats. I'm like, this is great. I really like the two-tone steering wheel. I love the digital dash. We don't have crash test ratings yet, and we don't have official EPA numbers. Those will be coming soon, and when we do get them, we'll post them down below. But as far as the number one things I always say, seating comfort. They definitely got an A+ on that, including the massaging seats. Major thumbs up. Visibility. I think there's excellent visibility from the mirrors to looking around this car. I mean, typically when you get into these bigger sedans, they make it so stylish that they end up making their own roadblocks as far as vision for the driver. But this is the greenhouse, they call it, is just so nice and bright and clean and crisp. And they call it relaxed confidence. I would say that's pretty accurate. What do you think, Paul? Is that relaxed confidence?
I don't know. I'm too relaxed to tell you.
Oh, he's snoozing over there.
I was not. Don't accuse me of snoozing.
Color choices are great. The only negative Paul and I found was there's no red. There's no red tone. I mean, that's unusual that a burgundy, some wine color, a Merlot, something, nothing. But there's blues and there's silvers and whites and all kinds of blacks and browns, and that's the color palette that is very popular. I do like this cream colored interior, and they do have some beautiful designs on the inside. But overall, this is a really well designed, developed car, and I think they have another winner on their hands. Hey, the XC90 was Truck of the Year, like Paul said. This may be, it's definitely in the running for Car of the Year, but there's a lot of vehicles in that category. So we have a little special treat for you. We have the lucky opportunity to drive the V90 wagon. So it is similar to the S90 sedan, but there's so many good things going on here in this vehicle. Yes, there's lumbar. Yes, there's air-conditioned seats. Yes, there's massaging seats. Yes, that's great, because when you're buying a vehicle when you're purchasing a vehicle in this category, you're looking at $50,000. That's pretty heavily loaded.
Now keep left.
And I love the British woman who is on the navigation system. She's quite pleasant. As far as technology, this is very similar to an iPad. You have your navigation, you have every single thing that you need right here in front of you. And I really like that you have your audio, your phone connection, everything's easy and intuitive. The pickup isn't bad. I mean, I'd like it to be a little more, but remember it comes in front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive in the sedan. I'm sure in the wagon it's going to also be front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. But this is just a mini tease, and Paul's going to drive it, and he's going to give you his impression on the wagon versus the sedan.
There's an interesting phenomenon going on in the industry right now. About 2/3 of the automotive industry and passenger cars aren't really cars. I mean, you're talking about 2/3, 65%. Are CUVs and SUVs, and about 35% are cars. So if you're not fully subscribed and ready to go ahead and do the full SUV thing, this is possibly the answer for you. I like this idea. I like the idea of the station wagon. It's not, this is not your daddy's Vista Cruiser, but I really like this concept. I like having a little more storage in the back. There are situations where you want to have something to put in the back. I don't know whether it's your dogs or your shotguns or whatever it might be. No Gatling guns, though. I'm sorry. But nevertheless, I really like the idea philosophically of the station wagon, and it's not the wagon that you grew up with and everybody went, oh God, it's a station wagon. These are really cool. As you can see, we like the inside of the car just about as much as we like the outside of the car.
The wagon was just as nice. Love that glass roof.
That was a big selling point for me. This sunroof is nice, but those
Small.
big acres of glass that's in the wagon, I like a lot.
It has to do with safety and twist and, of course,
Sure.
expense and weight. The performance is what you would expect of a vehicle in this price range, which starts at 46 and goes up to 56. That's when you add the convenience and the technology and the Sensus package and everything else. Of course, we got the loaded ones with the air ride suspension. And, of course, there is that additional safety feature that they added besides the...
Oh, the large animal detection system.
Large animal detection. Are you speaking bears or moose? Are you moose squirrel?
We're talking mainly deer.
Deer.
I couldn't believe it. They cited a stat There are 1.2 million deer strikes in the
Yeah.
United States every year.
I live in the Northeast, and we have a lot of deer strikes, and they not just kill the deer, but they can also injure or wound you. And so they're trying to make the vehicles more safe by stopping the vehicle. That's the best thing you can do if you see a deer on the
Yeah.
side of the road, is stop. You know, and of course, people behind you are typically aware of that.
I take them to lunch.
You take them to lunch?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
that. It's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah, kind of guy you are. Okay, that's how you
I say,
roll.
hello, dear. You want to go to lunch? I do that.
Dum. You'll be here all week, I guess.
I know. So anyway, let's wrap this up.
Right.
We came to Picasso's home.
Yes.
Volvo thought it was a fitting backdrop for it.
Absolutely.
They did not emulate Picasso in any way by putting a third headlight on the door or something like that.
So we'll have information on the V90 when it comes out. But in the meantime, subscribe up there below. Hit that button. We do appreciate all your subscriptions. We have a lot of great videos. And where can we find you, Paul?
I tweet at the Paul Bryan, and there's also a secondary Twitter account called the Motor Minute.
The Motor Minute.
That's
Got
for
it.
quick little things that are coming out on a daily basis.
You do have
and
some
stuff
good
like that.
information. What's going on?
Well, you do too at
Well, thank you.
laurenfix.com.
Yes, laurenfix.com. You can sign up for the free newsletter there. We appreciate your subscription. You can find me on Twitter at laurenfix, and I have another account called Car Smarts. We appreciate all the follows and the retweets. And again, we appreciate your comments. Now, together we have a Facebook page called His Turn, Her Turn, and we love your comments.
We do.
We get good ones.
Yes, we do.
Sometimes
we
a
gotta-
little sarcastic.
Hey, be nice. Be nice.
Be
will ya?
nice.
Come
We're
on.
kind people. But we appreciate your comments down below. Hit that subscription button. Sign up for that like page. We like the likes. The thumbs ups are great. And, of course, all the comments all the way around.
Absolutely.
So what is behind this little screen? Let's find out, because I don't know. Okay, it's a nice little storage area. I guess that could be keys or something. And then behind this one, we have a double USB, me likey, cup storage. What's wrong, Paul?
You know, it doesn't matter if you're in Spain or if you're in LA or you're in Miami or Chicago or Banga Banga. A traffic jam is a traffic jam is a traffic jam, and they all suck.
Yes, they do suck. Look at this. Zero moving the traffic. No matter where Paul and I go, there's one thing we can't pass up, and that is a good espresso. And they have amazing espresso here. Gee, Paul, I bet you there's an espresso machine in the next 10 feet. We should get another double, maybe a triple or a quadio.